Evening all. The Irish was trending on Twitter today, and clicking on that one sent me down an amusing rabbit hole. It's gonna get spicy in the next couple of weeks. Clicking on the link took us to this one by Toby Young, the head of the Free Speech Union. If the Irish liberal elite has changed its mind about not wanting a hard border with Northern Ireland, does that mean we can now have a proper Brexit, with the same rules applying to NI as the rest of the UK? No, Toby, you can't, because saying that assumes that these people have consistent beliefs. And being as they're all rats in suits, they don't have consistent beliefs at all. As you are well aware, the only thing that's consistent about these people is that they are consistently as mad as a box of frogs and can somehow hold two mutually opposing beliefs consistently all of the time and never see any contradiction in that. Because have you noticed with this, now that they've realised that immigrants are coming to Ireland from Northern Ireland, all of a sudden, borders are perfectly acceptable, as is being pointed out by many of those viewing this on Twitter. The Liberal commentariat seems to be remarkably quiet about the Irish government's insistence that it be allowed to return unwanted asylum seekers to Britain. Can't think why. Isn't it strange how the so-called Liberals, the Remainers and the left, aren't labelling the Irish government as racist xenophobes because they want to send illegal immigrants back to the UK? And from the Bruges Group, the Irish government has discovered that borders are, in fact, quite useful. Oh, that sounds like fascism to me. Let's listen to what the soy check has to say about this state of affairs, shall we?
Every country is entitled to have its own migration policy, but I certainly don't intend to allow anybody else's migration policy affect the integrity of our own one. And this country will not in any way, shape or form provide a loophole for anybody else's migration challenges. That's very clear. Other countries can decide how they wish to advance migration. From an Irish perspective, we intend to have a firm rules-based system where rules are in place, where rules are enforced, and where rules are seen to be enforced. It is a statement of fact that there was a returns agreement in place between Ireland and Britain, and there was a High Court decision in the month of March in relation to that. And my colleague, the Minister for Justice, will now bring forward legislative proposals to Cabinet on Tuesday that will seek to put in place a new returns policy. We'll await the full details of that, but it's one which will effectively allow, again, people to be returned to the United Kingdom. And I think that's quite appropriate. It was always the intention, and it's very important in migration and in the challenge that migration poses in so many countries that you can be agile and respond to things quickly.
You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make it up. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, got to send people back. Got to do it quick. I can't tell any other country how they should run the borders. Really? Really? You're saying that now because you want to get rid of some blokes and send them back to Liverpool? Strange how they never said that when they were importing hundreds of thousands of fighting age men from the worst places on planet Earth. It's almost like they've made my joke true when I kept complaining about it, saying, very odd to me how Irish nationalists were always like, oh, we've got nothing in common with people from Liverpool and Manchester and Leeds, but we've got loads in common with Azerbaijanis and Moroccans and Algerians. Yeah, we've got loads in common with them boys. Yeah, weird that. They don't like drinking Guinness in Liverpool. Can't get enough of the stuff in Morocco. Yeah, women voting or getting their heads caved in for showing their ankles. That's common practice in Newcastle upon Tyne. It's quite a bizarre state of affairs. But the one silver lining of this cloud is, if Ireland starts aggressively deporting tens of thousands of people who illegally entered Ireland from the north, or ferry crossings from the UK, or what have you, then could we not do the same with a few dodgy migrants who come over from France? When I say a few, I do of course mean all of them, right? All of them. You can't get in a rusty bathtub and make it over from Algeria. So trust me, if they can impose this rule and all of the lefties are on board with it, yep, throw them all out. Brilliant idea. Brilliant idea, Mr. Harris. Deport them all. Borders are great. We like them now. Deport them all. Send those filthy liars back to Leeds. Right? If they start doing that, can we not do it with anyone who came from France? No? That being the case, I move to retroactively deport every single person in the UK that came from France in the last 10 years. I think that'll free up a few NHS beds, won't it? There'll be nobody left in Middlesbrough. It'll be like a ghost town. I'll go around there to see my dad next trip home. It'll be like 28 days later walking around Middlesbrough if they sent all the illegals back from France. So yeah, nice one. The street sweepers won't have any work to do, will they? Finally, the local chavs will have somewhere to drink because the park benches won't have 40 Somalian pirates sat on them. So that's brilliant news. And it's nice to see that the Irish have all of a sudden insisted, along with the agreement of the BBC and everybody else, that borders are a good idea. I await our response, which will be to ditch a few dozen truckloads of hairy-ass blokes in Paris this time tomorrow. All right? Nice one. Anyway, that's just my opinion on the matter. Let me know what you think of what's going on, and I will see you all tomorrow. All right? Thanks for watching. Toodle pip. Cheers.